Hey everybody, this is Asonic Fan Ben, and this is vlog number 51 of Pirates with Ben. So I didn't upload a video yesterday. I actually forgot to. I wasn't really going to do a vlog anyway for the most part, but I forgot to do a video anyway, so I got to make up for that soon. But don't worry, there's going to be more videos coming. The vlog, I'm not going to do quite as much, especially this week, for a few reasons. But that being said, I'm still going to upload quite a bunch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do one upload per day, regardless of video type in July. I highly doubt it. With that being said, there's still going to be a lot of Pirates content coming out, as always. So the big news today is that there's a ton of auctions ending, so you can go right now and check on the link in the description and go to Dogan's different lots. So Dogan PC has a ton of stuff ending today. It's very exciting. It's been a while since one seller had a ton of exciting pirate stuff that was priced nicely, ending all in one night or all at the same time essentially. So you can see I've got their stuff up right now. So this first thing I sorted by is ending soonest. So it looks like 10 hours from now, which is when I'm recording this. So hopefully you're watching this in time. So it's basically ending today, July 1st, and it says 7:30, that's Eastern time, so depending on where you are, definitely want to check this out. So there's a ton of great stuff up. I've already talked about it a little bit, but the Delusion is still cheap. He's got all the 10 masters up, so the Delusion is only $8.50. So I started by ending soonest for this first search. Celtic Fury is at 20, Shui Jian is at 26, the Zeus, the punched Zeus is at 31, the unpunched Zeus is still at 26. So in terms of deals of the day, I try to highlight, what's actually the best deals. The Delusion is under 10, which is crazy. I mean, the Delusion could go for 50. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, it's 10 hours left. It could go to 50 in the next 15 minutes randomly. But anyway, and then the unpunched Zeus is at 26. The Guichuan is the highest at 63 already. And the Baochuan actually doesn't have any bids at 25. And one thing I really want to point out before I go any farther, this is on the Guichuan lot, but he put this in the description for a lot of the lots. He combines shipping, so don't pay right away if you buy more than one thing, if you win more than one auction. So it says, actually I prefer to combine shipping, and the ideal way to get combined rates when the auctions are over, before you pay, request a total from the seller. So yeah, you can request an invoice, I think is what it says on eBay. I've done this a few times, and I've done it as a seller actually as well. So that's highly recommended. Don't let the high shipping deter you. Like if you bought two 10 masters, you wouldn't pay $14 shipping. So that's something I just really want to emphasize. You're not necessarily going to pay all the combined shipping costs. It'll be less. You could even pay, the shipping rate on one item if you win 3. So just definitely keep that in mind and factor that into your buying strategy here, especially because they're all ending at the same time, so you don't have to wait till stuff ends tomorrow to see what you should pay. So everything's ending tonight, it looks like. So got a few searches up. So ending soonest. There's a lot of other stuff up that doesn't have bids actually. I looked up my regular search, and there's 24 Pirate CSG results with bids. Almost all of them are from Dogan PC. And there's a lot of other stuff up. There's some of it's not as good price point, but it's still fair, definitely. So I'm going to go price plus shipping highest first and just peek at some of the other things here, see what has some competition. There's some other really good stuff. In terms of great deals, this is one of the best I've seen. So this one's an American SE and LE lot with both USS Kettering and USS Mercury and the Ghostwalker and a couple other good ships. USS Emerald is definitely a good one that I featured as card of the day not too long ago. So this one's only at $6.50. That's a really good deal. Definitely, that's one of the better lots he has up, in my opinion. And then there's different faction lots for different things. So for example, this is like an English SE LE lot, which is quite interesting as well. I'm watching a bunch of these, and some of them some of them are just really still extremely low for what you're getting. So, for example, some of the Rise of the Fiends LEs and the Mysterious Islands and Ocean's Edge Tournament Pack LEs, those are expensive stuff to get. So an HMS Forge, that one's not as rare, but it's still a good gunship, for example. So, and then of course L.E. Griffin is famous. Talked about him on the podcast a bit. So another good deal there. There's a Jade Rebellion lot. And then some of these faction lots, I saw some of these have actually been sold already. It looks like best offer or something. So some of them are gone, but there are also, I think, one of the best bang for your bucks you can get in general are lots like this. So Barbary Corsair common ship slot. You can see the Tiger's Eye, that's their best ship. The Barbary Corsairs have a ton of awesome ships. They're one of the best gold running factions in the game and generally the best minor factions. So this lot for $5 is really good. And then if you get some of his other stuff too, you could make the shipping more effective in terms of, you know, the weight of cards you're getting essentially. So I would highly recommend checking out some of those, especially if you're more of a beginner collector or if you don't have certain factions or if you don't have certain sets. I know I'm rambling on, but there's just so many, there's still a lot of opportunity here. And at least as of this recording, there's still a lot of, no pun intended, I guess, there's lots of lots up. And this one has the Constructible, Dominic Frida, limited editions from Rise of the Fiends, along with some other good ships like the Virtuous Wind and Valoroso. So, and then there's that uncommon Spanish ship lot. That one's nice as well. So you can see there's quite a lot of good stuff here, and some of it doesn't have bids, and some of it is ripe for the picking, so to speak. So, and there's a Constructible up, the rare version. And yeah, there's a lot of singles up too, so if you're looking for specific stuff, specific rares and whatnot, you might very well find it on its page here. But that being said, it looks like those are ending later on. The most exciting stuff looks to be ending pretty soon, at least it'll be ending first among the stuff that he's selling. So the 10 Masters are up on eBay, and a bunch of very hard to find limited edition pieces as well. So deals of the day all over the place on eBay. Like I said, click on the links in the description below to check out his stuff and make sure to get some of it. This is a really good opportunity to get the 10 Masters. A lot of people talk about how they want 10 Masters and whatnot. Well, here's your chance to get at least one of them, if not multiple. So, and there's two Zeuses up at the same time is just a rarity in general. So, even though one of them was punched. So, all right, so deal of the day is just pretty insane today. All right, so card of the day, sets 1 through 14. Set number 5 is South China Seas, and it numbers to 301, I believe, with the Gale Force 9. So we'll see what we get here. Yep, 301, and we'll hit enter 20. So that's going to be a Jade Rebellion turtle ship. I just know from a lot of experience in collecting and playing and seeing the cards, and the set reviews definitely help as well. So the Glorious Treasure is a Jade Rebellion turtle ship. It's a rare number 020 from South China Seas. It's a 6-point turtle ship, 2 cargo, SS move, 3S cannon, and along with the keyword, it says, on the turn the ship is pinned, eliminate 1 crew and 1 mast from the rammed ship. And all the Jade Rebellion ships have linked to Sai. He links to all Jade Rebellion ships anyway. So not a huge deal there, but overall this is one of those really good pest ships. So you could send this out empty and try to keep it cheap, and maybe keep cargo open for gold if you wanted to try to do like a hybrid type thing. This is generally like a suicidal attack ship. So what I mean by that is you pretty much try to make these types of ships go as fast as possible and then try to maximize your damage output as soon as the ship gets into battle. So it's pretty much going to be really effective right at the start when it rams a ship and gets pinned, but then after that it's probably just going to sink, but the key is to maximize your value for points by doing as much damage early on as possible. So the captain and helmsman, you can move SSS, and then, so you'd ram, so you'd move and then shoot, and you'd ram as well, but then the shooting happens before the ram occurs. So you'd shoot with the 3S cannon, then you'd ram, so you could take up to 2 masts out right then, And then with the ability, once it gets pinned, eliminate 1 crew and 1 mast from the rammed ship. So then that would automatically happen, unless it was derelict, of course. So that would take out a 3rd mast and then a crew as well. So a 1-master with an average cannon, if you got lucky on rolls, you could take out up to 3 masts and 1 crew on an enemy ship. So imagine you're facing a 5-master like HMS Swallow or something, some kind of big gunship or something. You could actually take that ship down more than, a couple notches, so to speak, by using one of these pest ships. So I call them pests because they don't always go away. Sometimes you got to sink them quickly, or else they're going to be able to use their ability multiple times, and it stacks up really quickly. So to be able to eliminate a crew and a mast from a ship you're pinned against is really effective, because you don't have to win the ram roll, you don't have to hit with cannons, you don't have to use grape shot to kill the crew or anything. So overall, it's an amazing ability, and the ships that have it are usually small and cheap, so it's perfect for like the suicidal attack strategy. So the Glorious Treasure is quite a good ship. Overall, you wouldn't always want to put a captain and helmsman aboard, because that comes to 11 points, so you're getting a little bit expensive for just the ship that's probably going to be sunk reasonably quickly. She can still have her mast rammed off. The turtle panels don't protect against ram damage, so you want to be kind of careful with her to make sure she does get the first strike overall. But that being said, I would probably do a helmsman over a captain just to make sure I got the ram and the ability in, because with a captain you can shoot, but the extra 3 points, and then if you lose the boarding party, and actually, yeah, so if you win the boarding party too, if you choose to board, since it's a turtle ship, you could actually eliminate up to 2 crew. So you could eliminate up to 3 masts and 2 crew, it looks like, with a captain, helmsman, move, shoot, ram, board. So anyway, I wouldn't really put named crew on this either, because it's probably going to be sunk pretty quickly, most likely, or it's going to be captured, something like that. So overall game piece rating out of 10. That's kind of a tough one. I would say probably 8.5 or 9 out of 10, because it's really good at its role. It knows what its role is, and it's cheap enough to use it as an empty gold runner slash like suicidal attack ship, or go all out on the attack option and put crew aboard. It doesn't really have a great cannon, so, and the point cost kind of gets pretty high once you start to add crew. It almost doubles if you add both a captain and a helmsman. So it's not always going to be a super effective ship, and overall turtle ships are still 1-masters that can be rammed pretty much out of the game. So still something to consider in terms of the durability. But that being said, probably 9 out of 10, I would say. And this is one of the better suicidal attack ships. USS Maryland is really good. The Villalobos is decent. And there's some other ones too that are good, like Divine Dragon, but that one's slower than this one. So they're pretty good ships overall. Most of them are pretty solid, and this is one of the better ones. So Glorious Treasure, the name isn't really fitting, but she's definitely a good attack ship, and probably something your opponent might underestimate. So if they don't read her card at the beginning of the game and they haven't seen her before, you could really shock an opponent if you manage to get lucky with some of the rolls and then have the ability kick in as well. You could eliminate, 3 masts, 2 crew from a big enemy gunship and really shock them with how underrated something like this can be. Alright, so picture of the day. I looked in my folder, and it said there was only one picture under date taken for July 1st, and it's from 2013 in my Century of the Empires game. So this was towards the end of the game, and it basically shows a battle between the Spanish, the pirates, and then the Americans. They had a bit of a free-for-all by the American home island, and I used Sari Auriel's Century of the Empires rules, of course. That's why there's monopoly houses and hotels on the American home island. They represent the island structure upgrades and whatnot. So I'll put a link in the description below so you can check out that battle report. And in the battle report, there's a link to the rules, of course. So it was an awesome game, and this is kind of the part of the game where I took some pictures that I loved a lot, and this is one of them. You can see kind of like a line of battle almost, kind of looking down the line. So the battle is a bit bigger than it looks here because you can't see, it's more of a narrow shot. But you can see kind of the Spanish going on down the line of pirate ships, and it looks like the Cristal del Obispo has just about reached the end of the pirate line. And then you can see La Resolucion on the left there, might be the bloody jewel she might be fighting, and just a lot of carnage and chaos in general. So, and you can see in the background the Enterprise is being towed, I think, by the Constitution. So this is actually after some of the most intense action of this battle. But it was a really memorable game, super memorable battle, a three-way free-for-all. It was really, really cool and intense. And at the time, it was still, this was the first game I took pictures for, so it was a really, really awesome experience, and I'm super glad I documented it with pictures and whatnot, and with full battle reports. So like I said, you can check out the description for the link to check out essentially the Empire's game and all the battle reports. But today, honestly, the main attraction is the deals of the day, so click on the link in the description below to see the auctions on eBay that are ending tonight, July 1st. And it looks like there's a nice picture of the Delusion glowing in the dark, so that's pretty sweet. I assume that's his picture. I haven't seen it before, so it should be. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, definitely want to check out the deals. A lot of rare stuff up, limited editions you might not see on eBay again for who knows how long. Could be multiple years before you see some of these Rise of the Fiends, LEs, honestly. They're kind of scattered throughout the faction lots, and then some of the other stuff too, like MI, Message in a Bottle Pack, and LE tournament ships, stuff like that. And even some of the 10 Masters. Again, 2 Zeuses up on eBay at the same time is quite rare. So if you want to get this stuff, I highly suggest checking it out and start bidding up. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this. And like I said, I'll try to vlog. I'd like to vlog 3 times a week. I don't know, this week is going to be weird. That being said, I'll definitely have more content coming soon, so leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more Pirates content, and I'll see you again soon.